He is uniquely prepared to overcome anything that gets in your way. You may be thinking, surely he isn't talking about me. I am. Every single one of you. Being a middle school student is challenging. Friends come and go as your interests ebb and flow. Moments can be awkward and frustrating. Days can be filled with worry and doubt. You may have asked yourself at times, where do I fit in? These are merely the challenges within school. There was a time for us out in the stadium seats where the drama ended with the school day. Today you have the burden of cell phones and social media. And of course, the timeless teenage complaints about adults. You just don't understand. However, let's rewind. Consider how much your life experience has helped you grow and develop the mindset and character necessary to succeed in the future. You began your middle school career clustered together in small groups with buckets instead of book bags. Instead of having the opportunity to blossom and explore your adolescent interests, you were anchored to a classroom, socially distanced, forced to hide behind masks for nearly 2 years. It was not until your 8th grade year that you truly became a middle schooler. Your middle school experience was unlike any other. Yet, you persevered, you overcame. Because of your resilience, mindset, and character, you're here today. You embraced the power of yet, and it may have taken a couple more years than expected, but you turned negatives into positives. Thoughts such as, I can't make it, I can't succeed, I can't do it, yet. And here we are. So please continue to focus on the importance of your mindset, character, and the traits that will help you grow as you embrace your future. One of my favorite authors, Aldous Huxley, said, "Experience is not what happens to you. It's what you do with what happens." Take with you tonight the pride in knowing that you have been doing this for the past 3 years, and you will continue to create new and wonderful results if you focus on what you do with what happens to you. You have all heard me say, and I'm sure you might be sick of it, create a great day. Now, go and create your future. Let us now begin with the presentation of community awards. I would like to welcome to the podium Mrs. Jean Rogers of the American Legion Auxiliary.
Good evening. The American Legion Auxiliary Certificate of School Award. This certificate of distinguished achievement is awarded to Lily Meal of the middle school. In recognition of the attainment acquired as winner of the American Legion Auxiliary Department of Pennsylvania School Award, in further recognition of the possession of those high qualities of honor, courage, scholarship, leadership, service, and Americanism, which are necessary to the preservation and protection of the fundamental institution of our government and the advancement of society. Congratulations to Leah. She gets a $100 check, certificate, and an auxiliary pin. Our next presenter is American Legion Post 105, Commander Bob Hammond.
Good evening. I'm presenting tonight an award to Josh Benak for the American Legion Certificate of School Award. This certificate of distinguished achievement is awarded to Josh Benag, Northeast Middle School, in recognition of attainment acquired as winner of the American Legion Award, in further recognition of the possession of those high qualities of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service which are necessary to the preservation and protection of the fundamental institutions of our government and the advancement of society. Along with this certificate and award goes a $100 check to Josh.
Rielley's on the other side.
Good evening, Northeast Middle School students and families. At this time, I am going to present the Good Citizenship Award. A good citizen is a person who volunteers to be active in their community, is honest and trustworthy, follows rules and laws, respects the rights as well as property of others, is compassionate, and takes responsibility for their actions. It is my honor to present this award to Alex Funk. All right, at this time I would like to welcome up Ms. Troncone and Mr. Cassidy for the McDonald's Youth Achievement Award.
Good evening, Northeast families and students. The McDonald's Youth Achievement Award provides a $500 scholarship earmarked for one graduating 8th grade student from Northeast Middle School to be awarded upon graduation from high school.
The recipient was selected based on the characteristics exemplified by McDonald's founder Ray A. Kroc: persistence, determination, hard work, and excellence.
McDonald's has provided the funds to your school district's foundation, which is now responsible for distributing the funds to the named student upon high school graduation.
It is our great honor to give this award to McKenna Phillips. I would now like to welcome to the stage Rowan Van Scoter to start our Ambassador Reflections.
Hi everyone, I am Rowan Van Scoter and I am here to introduce the class speakers. Prior to Gettysburg, all 8th graders were given the chance to write a speech for tonight. While the decision was difficult, each of us were chosen for our unique view of our middle school years. I am here to speak for the teachers. I would like to ask that all of the Northeast Middle School teachers stand. Thank you all for making this a great year and helping everyone learn. Next, Ms. Hathaway and Mr. Rose, please stand. I would also like to thank you for being good principals in the middle school and always having faith in every single one of the students. So again, thank you and the teachers for making the year fun and cheerful. The next speakers, Mackenzie Hatt and Maddie Donnell, will speak more on what it means to have been a middle schooler at Northeast and the pride that comes with being a grade picker. So without further ado, may I please have Maddie Donnell come up to the stage. Thank you.
Greetings, parents, teachers, and graduating 8th graders. My name is Madison Donnell. For 3 years, the class of 2027 has asked, what is a middle school experience? For 3 years, we dreamed of growing tall and being big kids. We didn't realize how soon we would become like them, with big personalities and even bigger responsibilities. Never once would we have thought that middle school entailed hardships and struggles. Never once did we question if the middle school experience meant gaining or losing friends and the growing pains that come with it. Despite these struggles, it's important to acknowledge the uplifting parts of our school years. Along the way, we had Friday night football games, awesome plays, and intense games and meets to look forward to. Is the middle school experience discovering who you are, your likes, dislikes, who you want to surround yourself with, what you want to wear? Is it wondering how much more you'll have to check Sapphire in high school? Little did we know we had the power to mold our own experience. The middle school experience is what you make of it, the memories you cherish and how you choose to grow from them. It's realizing there's an entire world of possibilities waiting past high school for you, with more people and more memories yet to be made. Middle school is realizing not only is there about 4 years until a chapter of your life ends, but 4 years until a new chapter begins. During these 3 years, the middle school experience has taught us everything we need to be prepared for our upcoming years. So to the class of 2027, never forget these 3 years. Cherish them all. Grow from them all. That is the middle school experience. Next, I would like to invite Mackenzie Hatt to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mackenzie Hatt. I recognize a lot of familiar faces filled with wonderful memories of my experience here at Northeast Middle School. It's crazy to think that we have come this far. It feels like just yesterday we were finally leaving 5th grade to face the terrifying middle school. Wishing all of our friends goodbye for the summer, we were waiting for the future to come. We were finally going to be 6th graders. Then, we were waiting, eyes full of anticipation, to go to 7th, where we coined the term, stay gold, pony boy. Then 8th, the most chaotic year of them all. Now, we have made it here, almost in high school, and who knows, maybe our next president or celebrity chef is standing here with us right now. A moment ago, my fellow classmate, Maddie Donnell, spoke about the middle school experience. I would like to elaborate on that. This adventure through the middle school was like a roller coaster. Cliché, I know, but really, it is. The rush of adrenaline you get as you ease forward in the queue of waiting riders, just as when the days start counting down to the start or the end of the school year. Then, you finally make it on the ride, and you experience the famous stomach-turning drops. They're like that C+ on the math test, or the one time you tripped in the middle of the hallway and you're sure everyone saw you fall. But then there are the moments when you make it to the top of the hill, the most challenging history test that you nearly aced, or the time you got a reward for being the only one to answer a question correctly. You fly through the ups and downs, praying that it will stop before the butterflies in your stomach manage to escape onto the person in front of you. Oops. Soon enough, the ride is over. You get off and you feel like you wish for the future to come too soon. You want to ride again. We always wish for the future to come just one day quicker. 1 year, 1 hour, 1 minute, even a second. Anything that would make time just go a little bit faster. We waited for the future to come. Little did we know we shouldn't have been waiting for the future to arrive, but rather to create it. Our future starts here. It starts today. So take the class you don't know if you will like or not, and become friends with the people you would have never talked to before. Try something new. Who knows? Maybe it could change your life for the better. So buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, because soon we are going to go on the high school roller coaster ride of a lifetime. Thank you.
Hello again. We will now begin the presentation of the class of 2027. We will do this by homeroom. Please hold your applause until the full homeroom has been presented. First, let's begin with Mr. Carver's homeroom in room 204. Please stand. Bree Baker, Joshua Banag, Isaac Bauman, Lakin Crouch, Lila Fisher, Landon Greshaw, Camden Harmer, Elijah Meyer, Abigail Meyer, Max Orton, Emily Oster, Rebecca Reeves, Benjamin Seymour, Lance Smiley, and Jaden Whitman.
All right, at this time, Mr. Riggy, we will introduce your homeroom. Landon Ayers, Jillian Bataraco, Landon Ball, Braden Bemis, Madison Donnell, Dante Duncan, Morgan Fox, Bryson Galloway, Mackenzie Hatt, Liam Jones, Caden Kopnitsky, Emmeline Meter, and Caitlin Resling.
Our next homeroom is Mr. Cassidy's homeroom, room 203. Caden Ayers, Peyton Baker, James Brayley, Juzane Cartea, Kyla Kahn, Ryan Gifford, Blake Kemet, Sparrow McGill, Lily Meal, Marion Ace Moss, Haley Newcomer, Colton Owens, Riley Peterson, Harper Reed, and Benjamin Ragolcha. Yes.
All right, next up is Mr. Scatella's room, room 205. Noah Baker, Cassidy Birch, Skylar Curtis, Alana Fry, Mia Grooms, Alyssa Holdsworth, Garrett Jekyll, Cole King, Wesley LaGranger, Luke, Eliana Party, Sharon Rowe, Jeffrey Sittler, William Stemka, and Kenzie Strong.
Next, we have Mrs. Freeman's homeroom, room 200. Samuel Adams, Liam Barrett Green, Corey Joe Beeman, Cooper Coletta, Hezekiah DeHaven, Madison Hastings, Alexander Hubbard, Carolyn Laporte, Devin McGahee, Catherine Nishnick, Troy Patterson, Tori Peterson, Isabella Putman, Dylan Rogers, Gavin Schroeder, Kyla Sonny, and Kai Vanderweel.
Next up, we have Mrs. Stetson's room, room 202. Kayla Aspen, Addison Bailey, Gabe Bish, Alexander Funk, Alora Hauser, Braden Hughes, Kiara Luke, Niley Mowers, Campbell Nagelson, Don Papali, Jaden Reed, Shane Resta, Sean Saber, Odessa Snyder, Leandra Tebalt, and Kyle Williams.
Our next homeroom is Miss Knight's homeroom in the art classroom. Jonah Crozier, Landon Dodd, I think Jacob Evans now? Yes, Jacob Evans. Gabriel Falutz, Jacob Guest, Kinsley Larson, Abby Malashevsky, Mason McCaslin, Mason Neff, Trevor Swabick, Lakira Twilly, Vanessa Waddell, and Colton Whitman.
Next up, we have Miss Truncone's room, room 206. All right, Sawyer Boyd, Chase Dabrowski, Lauren Dunn, Olivia Elwell, Ashlyn Hodges, Malachi Huber, Dustin Kenley, Avery Kunzler, Bailey Myers, McKenna Phillips, Layton Ricketts, Rachel Scully, Kaylee Skelly, Jace Sperry, Riley Texter, and Aubrey Wilson.
Our final homeroom recognition is Mrs. McChesney's in room 207.
I'm back.
Caden Kahn. Caden DeVore. Ryan Ellsworth. Joseph Landa. Benjamin Northway. Haley Phelps. Addison Cisco. Alara Smithers. Ty Spader. Portia Steiner. Trader Swavick. Rowan Van Scoter. And Nyala Whitted. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2027.
What about Rielley, Dustin, and
We will now begin the presentation of school awards. Our first school award is perhaps one of the most impressive. We call it the Academic Excellence Award. And what it takes for this award is all A's throughout your middle school career. So think about that. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. All A's, straight A's, all 12 quarters. Very impressive, and I'm very honored to recognize these scholars. When you hear your name, you may stand up and come to the stage and receive your certificate. Corey Joe Beeman.
Yeah, Corey!
Olivia Elwell. Morgan Fox. Ryan Gifford. Campbell Nagelson. Colton Owens. McKenna Phillips. Sharon Rowe. Colton Whitman. And last but not least, Jaden Whitman. Congratulations, great job, and keep up your stellar academics. Next, we have the Everlasting Sunshine Award, presented to you by Mrs. Stetson and Mr. Scatella.
Good evening, everyone. Today we have the great honor of announcing this year's recipients of the Everlasting Sunshine Award. This award is presented to students who shine a light on even the cloudiest days.
Everlasting Sunshine Award is someone who brightens the hallways at Northeast Middle School. They are infinite sources of positivity and kindness for their classrooms and teachers. These students know how a simple smile or how are you can impact those around them.
Our first Everlasting Sunshine winner is Odessa Schneider. I wanted to give the speech for Odessa because I've had the privilege of spending a lot of time with her inside and outside of the classroom. I've been Odessa's homeroom teacher, dance team coach, and advisor when she was the makeup artist for the spring musical. Most recently, I was Odessa's chaperone for our 8th grade Gettysburg trip. Spending 2 days away from home with over 100 8th graders is always quite an adventure, but Odessa and her group mates made my experience feel much more like fun than work. Odessa's positive attitude, kindness, and maturity shine through in everything she does. She's a perfect example of a student who knows when to work and when to play. Odessa brings joy and positivity to my classroom each morning as I start my day. From all of our 8th grade teachers, thank you for bringing your bright and sunny attitude to our wing every day. Congrats, Odessa.
Our second Everlasting Sunshine Award goes to Shane Henry Resta. I feel honored to give this speech for Shane for some obvious reasons, but for those of you who do not know, I have shared many moments in and outside the classroom. I was lucky enough to adopt him as an honorary homeroom teacher, as he visited me every single day. I was his cross-country and track and field coach, and his chaperone for Gettysburg. If you have been around Shane, you will know he'll say something completely hilarious, or he'll bring something into perspective, and then directly after that, he will gritty or dab his way through those tough times. While you're laughing at him, and kind of with him, he is a student that brings smiles to his peers and his teachers, even with all of his goofiness. He does have a kind heart, and he is willing to help his peers. I remember seeing him pop wheelies during cross-country practice, and I don't really care for that because I don't want him to get hurt nor anyone else. But directly after, he'll help his friends learn how to pop wheelies. So thank you, Shane. You bring lightheartedness to life, and that's why your teachers in 8th grade wish you and hope that you will continue to bring happiness and sunshine. So congratulations, Shane. And now, the presenter, Mrs. Hathaway, for the Rising Star Award.
Good evening, Northeast Middle School students and families. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Mrs. Hathaway, and I am the assistant principal of the Northeast Middle School. This is my 2nd year in administration, but before this, I spent 18 years at Davis Primary, where I first met many of these students in my K-4 kindergarten classroom. I've had the pleasure of watching many of these students grow and develop into teenagers throughout the years, and an even greater joy in spending critical middle school years with them. As you know, the job of an assistant principal is to deal with attendance, discipline, and yes, dress coding. But although these are important jobs that make our school run smoothly, my favorite part of the job is when I get to spend time with students talking about their challenges of middle school and helping them to soar and succeed. It may involve a quiet lunch in my office, shooting hoops in the gym, or walking laps around the school as we talk through daily challenges of being a middle school student. Middle level education is not just an academic journey. The behavioral and emotional components of middle level education are as equally as important, which is why I've selected a student to receive the Rising Star Award. The Rising Star Award goes to someone who has demonstrated significant strides in overcoming personal challenges has made dramatic positive changes in their attitude, has learned from their mistakes, and has made personal growth. It is my honor and privilege to announce that this year's Rising Star Award goes to Rebecca Reeves. And at this time, Mr. Otis and I are going to present the Pride of the Principal Awards.
Thank you, Mrs. Hathaway. The Pride of the Principal goes back over 2 decades, and the tradition is that we will honor and recognize 2 students every quarter. These 2 students have earned Pride of the Principal awards for their final quarter, but at the end we will recognize every student who has ever received the Pride of the Principal with a standing ovation. You will stand and we will applaud. So, let me begin with a little description of this final POP winner, as we like to call it. This person is a student government member, an outstanding leader, one who not only shines himself, but lets others shine even brighter. He helped to coordinate candygrams, dances, pep rallies, and always did it with the best attitude. He helped bring the middle school spirit back to the middle school after years of abnormalcy brought on by COVID. Outside of student government, this student thrives academically. He takes the phrase, "never settle for less than your best," to a new level by always challenging himself and putting his best foot forward. He is a friend, an academic, a role model, and a true great picker. I'm excited to finally recognize Campbell Nagelson. There you go, sir. Congrats. We'll at the end. Congrats again, Campbell. We're very proud of you. I'll use this opportunity before I bring Mrs. Hathaway back to say that we always do a lunch. Usually it's in the Lakeview room, and students are able to bring a friend. And what I'll say to those that just won and those that blew me off earlier in the year, I've talked to Dr. Rennie, and you will be able to request that free lunch at some point during your freshman year if you choose to take it. So keep that in mind someday you're hungry. Now I would like to bring Mrs. Hathaway up for our final Pride of the Principal winner of the middle school years.
All right. My Pride of the Principal goes out to someone who is always there for her friends. She is someone that will ask you how you are doing on the days when you need a helping hand, and then bring a smile to your face. Academically, she is the definition of a hard worker. She has put in over 125 hours into IXL alone. She understands that hard work and perseverance will make her a better person for her and her loved ones. Things may not make sense the first time, but you better believe she will work at it until she understands. Not only does she work hard in the classroom, but in sports as well. This year she found herself joining cross country and track and field. It is my honor and privilege to announce that my 4th quarter Pride of the Principal goes to Eliana Party. At this time, we would like to honor all of the students that have received a Pride of the Principal Award during their time at the Northeast Middle School. So please hold your applause until we have reached the last student, And when I call your name, please stand. Morgan Fox. Trevor Swabek. Sharon Rowe. Ryan Gifford. Haley Newcomer. Tylen Byers. Odessa Snyder. Sammy Adams. Bailey Myers. Jaden Whitman. Kaylee Skelly. Landon Ball. Kate Nishnick. Max Orton. Maddie Donnell. Alex Funk. Alora Smithers. Jacob Evans. Sparrow McGill. Landon Dodd. And Olivia Elwell. This time, let's give them a round of applause. They're very proud of you. At this time, I would like to have Alana Fry and Campbell Nagelson please come forward for the presentation of the class of 2027.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Campbell Nagelson.
And I'm Alana Fry. Today we're here to represent your student government as president and vice president. We are very excited to introduce a new tradition to the student body of Northeast Middle School. To start off said tradition, a bench with a small garden around it will be placed outside the doors near the library in honor of our 8th grade class.
This will be the start of something not just for our class, but for classes in many years to come. As a token of gratitude for our classmates and teachers, this site will be built upon each year and hopefully maintained by future student government members. All in all, on behalf of student government, we would like to thank you all for making this possible by supporting us throughout the year.
This year wouldn't have been possible without you. Now that it's all said and done, we wish you a wonderful summer. Thank you.
Now I would like to bring up Mrs. Nuaro, who will be presenting the final words to the class of 2027.
Future ninth graders, parents, guardians, teachers, and administrators. I am honored to be one of the send-off speakers. When Mr. Otis asked me to speak, I was hesitant at first. However, I feel this is a great way for me to end my career and a great way for you to end your career at the Northeast Middle School. I mentioned to Mr. Otis that if Abraham Lincoln said what he needed to be said in 2 minutes at Gettysburg, I will try to say what I need to say in 2 minutes. We all have something in common tonight, the students and myself, and maybe some others in the stands, ending one chapter of our lives, yours at the Northeast Middle School, mine being my teaching career. We are both stepping into something new, which can be exciting and scary at the same time. You are ready to start thinking about what you want to do the rest of your life. These are difficult decisions, and at times you may feel lost, but just because you are lost doesn't mean your compass is broken. I'm reading a book called Perfectly Yourself by Matthew Kelly. There are some points in the book that can all directly relate to ourselves, points that have been driven by the Northeast Middle School. Let me ask you this. What is the one thing that can bring about genuine progress in our lives and society? The answer is character. Character will affect your future more than any other single ingredient. Character is the best preparation for every scenario. Character is the best investment you can make in your future. Character is the simple answer. All of those times we've given awards for self-control, grit, and zest all relate to character. Be there, choose your attitude, make their day and play, all have to do with character. These few key words will determine your future more than any education, in my opinion.